The Arc, yes, we are. Then we're going to do any other bets. I don't know. Prix de Triomphe. I need help with this. I'm going to get mine out there straight away, which is Alpinista, purely because I think she's the most solid. But because Luxembourg, if it is very testing, I know he's likely to appreciate a mile and a half on soft ground with pace on, but it's not guaranteed. And I just feel she's a win and bet price, and she's solid, but not getting me excited at the prices. And I don't know that I'll definitely back her. So that's me. Charlie.
Yeah, I think it's a really tricky race to work out. I mean, like you say, Luxembourg does possibly have star quality, but I don't know. They're saying it's going to be very, very testing ground, and I don't know. I still would want to see that he's got the absolute resolution for a mile and a half in very bad ground. Alpinista just more because I think she's incredibly versatile. I think she's got a decent draw. She's on an absolute roll. Fillies and mares have a good record. I mean, I think they won 6 of the last 10. I mean, like I say, it's not one that I'm going, I think this is a really, really a good bet. It just came down to the fact that I just think she is incredibly solid. Like you say, she's got a brilliant attitude as well. I thought the Yorkshire Oaks was a really good performance. She had 2 Oaks classic winning 3-year-olds, well beaten behind her. And she just seems to be progressing from race to race. And she's had a light campaign as well going into this.
Yeah, so sorry, just to give you the prices, 4.5 Luxembourg and 6.5, 2 points bigger is Alpinista. I hadn't looked at the selection. I didn't realise that 3 of us had put her up. So Adele, you're with Alpinista as well. How confident with her? You're more confident than Charlie and I.
I don't know, not really. No, and I say it's kind of like awful that I'm not.
Not really a team, is she? Go on.
It's because of the race, isn't it? We know, look at last year's winner. Huge price. Like I just think she's such, like, if you're going to tip one, you want to look for something that you're going to get a good run for your money. And that's one thing you're going to get from her. She's solid. I think she's been impeccably campaigned by Sir Mark Prescott. She's won her last 7 starts, 5 of those at Group 1 company. She travels well. We know that. She's won out in Germany. She's won out in France. She's so straightforward. You can ride her anywhere in the race. Love hearing the stories about her. All she does is kind of eat, sleep and drink. And that's what you want from these horses that are traveling abroad. Like Luke Morris isn't tied down to any tactics with her. She can make the run in. She can drop in. She can hold up. I just think she's just so solid if you're going to give a tip in the race to pick.
Yeah, I agree. I can see her there or thereabouts. And at the prices, she's worth playing win and place, I think. Steve, Ernesto, can see that.
Yeah, I just now I haven't checked this stat out, but I'm told that the last time the Arc winner was stepping up to a mile and a half for the first time, like Luxembourg and the likes of I think the Daney and a few others, was more than 30 years ago. So Luxembourg's favourite, Ernesto was half a length behind Luxembourg in the Irish Champion Stakes and is 13.0 and splitting Verdani, who was okay, a bit unlucky not to finish close, but Ernesto was 5th in the French Derby when looking for all the world like wanting the step up to mile and a half, got that at Longchamp in the Grand Prix de Paris and won that, had the Ledger winner well back. So I just don't understand the prices. Ernesto goes on soft ground. Stéphane Pasquier, who won the Arc on rail link rides, it's just a crazy price for me, crazy. And I can see Alpinista running a really good race. She is very solid, but she's not spectacular. If she wins it, then brilliant. She's it's going to be great. But I think the overpriced one is Ernesto
at 15.0. I think a cogent case made there.
So the last 10 winners are all won over the trip. So there's just doubts there, isn't there? Against
you don't go into these top class races on testing ground with stamina doubts for me. And
I'm wondering. I might pose the question on Twitter. Who was the last?
I think it was Saumarez, or I'm told it was Saumarez.
Well,
it's 1990 or 91 or something.
It's a really interesting conundrum, I think, for Luxembourg. Before he looks as though he's going to appreciate it. Right, any other French bets? 3 shouts for Alpinista there, 1 for Ernesto. I love this, Steve. Straight back at you. You've gone for the handicap at 7 o'clock.
Well, I do a lot of work on French handicap, or I do a bit of work on French handicaps, and I like doing them. I think the same horses turn up quite a lot of the time. It's a horse called Gaydar, Andre Fabre, who probably won't win the Arc for the 9th time, but I think he will win this. There's no prices up at the moment, but if Gaydar is about 7-2, even 3-1, I think is better the weekend. Might go off a lot shorter, I don't know, but it's hard to read the French markets, obviously sometimes. But Gaydar in the 7 o'clock. If you're at Longchamp, don't go home early.
4.0
go to Paris on the drink.
Steve is looking for Gaydar. Charlie,
put up C La Rosa tomorrow. I think she's really likable, very progressive filly. I'm not wild about Very Elegant, the Australian horse that pitches up here and sort of takes her on at the head of the market, and that's probably why I've put her up. I mean, her form ties in with Emily Dickinson, who also reopposes, who maybe was a bit unlucky at Goodwood and didn't have the sort of perfect run of the race when C La Rosa won. But C La Rosa then backed that up again next time at Deauville over a Marne 4. I think she'd be much better suited again by going back up to a Marne 6, and she just displays a really good attitude, and I think she'd go with a bit of cut in the ground as well. She has done before. So yeah, just because of my reluctance about Very Elegant, I was quite keen on C La Rosa.
That's in the Prix de Royaume, and I share that concern about Very Elegant. I'm with Above the Curve in the Prix de l'Opera. She had a good blow after her win at the Curragh on soft ground. Her assistant trainer suggested she was about 80% ready, and they were surprised that she ran as well as she did and she won. There should be a lot left, and really the market's framed around Nashwa, who'll be tough to beat, but I think there's a bit of juice in the price of that Above the Curve.